Hello, welcome Capricorn to your August messages. The theme for August is the positive changes happening in our experience and the blessings that are kind of coming from that. So keep in mind, this is collective in general. Receive what aligns, release anything that does not align with you. Never give your power away to a reading or an outcome. Remember, you're a conscious creator and you shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. So I have to say, before I even get to the end of this reading, Capricorn, you coming into your power, like spirit in the universe is like, yes, okay, you have assignments now, okay? And you are the hard workers and you're going to have these different opportunities to shine in your gifts and your abilities. That's a little bit of a preview, but let's go ahead and get into it. So the quantum shift that's happening for you, Capricorn, in the month of August is new beginnings. A new cycle is happening here. New beginnings, it could be a baby, it could be a puppy or a pet. It could just represent a new beginning for you where there's an opening and this beautiful light and blessing shining in for you here, okay? Some of you, this blessing does have to do with your finances. You may have felt kind of weighed down and trapped when it came to your finances. We have the Ten of Swords and we have the Four of Pentacles, which is like holding on tight to what you have because you feel like you're not going to receive more. But then you have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so your pentacles are certainly growing here, clarified by the Page of Cups. So it does feel like there's a shift, some sort of blessing. It could be an inheritance, something that is coming in here, maybe even multiple blessings of abundance or streams of income, okay, that are coming in here for you to help you unlock kind of this next level self. These resources are coming in for you, or perhaps you're asking for them. Perhaps you're connecting in with spirit and you're asking for these because you have felt kind of stuck, stagnant, maybe limited financially. And now we have the Page of Wands and we have the Magician energy coming through. So you are unlocking kind of that instant manifestation. You're looking at your resources. The Page of Wands represents exciting news. Again, we have like the baby energy coming through, but the Page of Wands can represent a pet as well. You could be manifesting in a new pet. That could be something that is a blessing coming in here. But overall, it's like you're receiving some sort of financial blessing or blessing of value or some sort of gift that assists you with moving forward on your path and being able to create what you desire to create in your reality and in your experience with the Magician energy. So definitely stepping forward into your power. With that Ten of Swords energy, there's a masculine energy there. So I don't know if there's someone who's really been weighing you down that you're releasing from your experience, and that's very beneficial for you, okay? That could be the case if there was like something toxic or, there's a breakup or an ending or something that was kind of, the Ten of Swords basically says the worst is over, right? There was betrayal, there was pain, but there was exhaustion, but the worst is over. So if somebody could have been like an energy vampire creating energy leaks, and that's why you were kind of closed off to yourself and you weren't able to really shine how you wanted to. But it looks like that's something that is ending here. I'm hearing karmic chains. So that person might even be put in karmic chains energetically as you ascend, evolve, and grow, and then they can't ride your coattails. For some of you, that's something that's coming through here. But if that's not the case, it's just like you are receiving these blessings because you have such a pure heart and intention. Okay, and again, it feels like it's from, some that you have grown yourself, some of the seeds that you've planted, you've grown yourself. Some of you, it's from perhaps a loved one. Okay, it could be an ancestor energy, different opportunities, multiple streams of income, something like that. But the Seven of Coin, it looks like you're quite satisfied here, and there is this shift and change happening within your experience. And now you're receiving that support and those blessings, and now, you are stepping into that Magician energy to be able to create and move forward in your experience. And we also have the beautiful earth energy, right, Capricorn, with the Queen of Pentacles. So then this is something that assists you again in your career, in your pentacles, in your material world. You're feeling very, very much like you can maybe perhaps take the time to give back to yourself, to nurture your experience or your dreams, or even just nature itself, because there are all those beautiful animals around her, okay? So you're feeling abundant. That's what's coming in here. You're unlocking this abundance, or again, receiving some sort of blessing or gift that helps you, shift out of a situation and move forward within your power, on an exciting path, doing what you love in a very grounded, fulfilling, and nurturing way. You might even, again, have this with more income coming in, or these blessings or these gifts or opportunities, right? Ways in which you can give back to yourself more, whether it's something like, just going and getting your hair done or your nails done, pampering yourself, or investing in what you want to invest in. Because it does look like there was someone creating with this Ten of Swords some energy leaks here for you. Maybe somebody who's always in victim mentality, somebody who was just benefiting from your genuine, childlike nature and just your kindness, right? But that's changing and shifting here. We have fried chicken, lonely, I feel deep sadness and longing, and we have stir fry, explore, I'm considering new opportunities. So you're ready for change, you're ready for new opportunities. It could even be new career opportunities, or just things that help you evolve and grow in the material that really are beneficial to you. And it could be like, if you were aligned with the wrong person, you could be feeling lonely. But again, I feel like a lot's shifting and changing. And once you unlock this instant manifestation, I do feel like it could also influence your love and relationships if that's something that you're feeling. But this fried chicken, lonely, I feel deep sadness and longing. It could be this person that you were dealing with that was kind of weighing you down or feeding off of your light. That could be the case as well. But stir fry, explore, I'm considering new opportunities. So again, there definitely could be a split, a breakup, something that benefits both of you. That's coming through here, right? Because when you're aligned with the wrong person or in the wrong situation, you can be in the same room and be lonely, right? But the fact that you're ready to explore, right, and feeling lonely has helped you be like, okay, I want to explore, or this person perhaps, I'm considering new opportunities. You're ready for new. You're ready for the new. You're ready to expand. You're ready to grow. Some of you might love stir fry, okay? Or maybe you're having stir fry soon, and this is kind of a validation of these messages for you, right? But you're ready to mix it up. You're ready for change. You're ready for newness, freshness. You're ready to embrace your abundance here. Okay, that's what's coming through here, whatever it is that you want to create. Now, when we get into how you can help the world at this time, you have 3 cards that wanted to come through. So first is leadership and decisions, make choices for the highest good. Okay, that's what you're doing here. And again, I think the choices that you make, whether you're deciding to split from someone or whatever it is that you're doing here, you're doing it from a heart-aligned space. You're doing it from a place of compassion. You're doing it from a place of truth and authenticity. It's not that you're being mean, right? But again, there's that sense of like, if you're in a misaligned connection, that when you are, or whatever this is, right, this dynamic, when you break free from that, you're both kind of benefiting because you're exploring new options and moving on with your lives. But this is very much rooted in the heart space with these changes that you're making, but it's also saying you're a heart-centered leader. You're maybe on the path of being like an ascended master, or, you're a part of your community or some sort of community where you're going to be stepping into a leadership position, or, others are going to see you in that because of your spirit, because of your aligned energy, because of your, honesty and your integrity. Because I did kind of get that shift of maybe a change in career. That Ten of Swords could represent career, right? Ready for a change in that. And it's really beautiful because people recognize you as a leader because they know that you would make fair and just choices, not just for yourself, but for others, that you're not ego-centered, you're heart-centered, you're soul-centered. And that is making you stand out above the rest here, especially in your community or different groups or even at work or spiritual groups as well. We also have the message of family relationships, attune heart to heart. Again, the heart space energy is coming up. So it looks like you spending time with your family and enjoying yourselves is something else that's going to benefit the world, right? Because you're that presence, you're that loving presence, and other families and other people are going to see that example. And just that joy is going to be contagious, right? That love is going to be contagious. And so family relationships, attune heart to heart, it's really important that you connect in with family members, and just have these beautiful experiences with them, right? This Ten of Swords energy, Four of Pentacles, could have made you, this experience or whatever it was, could have made you very exhausted or drained, where you didn't feel like you could show up for family as well as you wanted to, or you didn't feel like you could reach out to those family members at a distance, right? Here we have the dolphins and the beach, and there's a rainbow energy and the sun shining so bright. There's, these experiences now, this energy, and perhaps even a bit more of financial assistance that allows you to have more freedom and to embrace and connect in with your heart space and this joy, okay? And sharing that with your family. Some of you, you could be wanting to start a family, right? That's something else that's coming through here. We also have Blueprint for 5D Humanity. Remember your gifts and powers. And again, when we're exhausted, drained, have energy leaks, it's easy to forget that we are powerful beings, right? But with this card here, this is saying, remember your gifts and powers. Remember to continue to work those intuitive muscles, those spiritual muscles, and apply those gifts and those abilities to benefit yourself, but also to benefit the world, right? You're manifesting here with quite quickly with the Page of Wands and the Magician card. And keep in mind, when you start to see results of that manifestation coming forward for you, Capricorn, appreciate it, okay? Express that gratitude and that appreciation, because the universe is like, oh yeah, more? Okay. That's what's going to happen here. But remember your gifts and powers. Remember your personal power, your spiritual power. Remember that you're a soul, right? And connect in with that energy, because many of you have very unique ways and gifts and abilities that you can assist the people around you, maybe even your family. Some of you, like I'm seeing, like mediumship gifts, okay? But there could be many different gifts and abilities, and the more you expand in those and the more that you kind of practice those, you can assist the world as well. Whether it's a spiritual teacher or leader, whether it's just your frequency shifting and changing and transmuting spaces, the healing work that you do that benefits your family and those around you and yourself, of course, because we heal so we can experience more joy, we can hold more light, right? And just like, there's so much beauty here for you, Capricorn, okay? So that's what I have. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Thank you so much for joining me. This was a delight. Take the best care of yourself, and I will see you soon.